House staff for speed and efficiency. I am back, folks. Welcome back to another episode of the Willie Bragg Show. I was here so quickly that I didn't even get a chance to change the background. So that's okay. It's all fun and everything. So yes, so anyhow, I want to go and give my shout outs to everyone. Samantha says, is it me or does Willie keep moving the start time for the episode later and later? Body Blu-ray's arm. Yeah, let me explain that, and I do apologize. Sometimes I kind of have to change the time because I have a specific time I'm going to do a video, and then something comes up. I'm like, well, I'm going to do this video, and I'm not going to go and take it down and go to the trouble, take it back up, put it back up. I just moved the time, and I do apologize for that. It's just my work schedule and everything. Once I kind of get it, I'm trying to work on this so where I can specifically have a time to do the video, and it will be a predictable time, and I will be there with absolutely no exceptions. So I'm trying to work on that. I do apologize. And I'm going to try to do better in that regard. So, my bad, but not an excuse necessarily, but an explanation. Rest in peace, John Pilger. Yep, I agree. Rest in peace, absolutely. Let's see. We have Sup Fam says Warren Extra Bulla. Hey, how are you doing once again, Warren? Okay. Miguel, what's up? How are you doing? And let's see. I'm going to check over here. Daniel Sports Highlights. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Excuse me. How are you doing today? Again, I'm back. So and let's see. And so I'll go ahead and make my quick announcement. You see right there in the corner, it says subscribe, and it's because I'm in the 700s and I want to get to 1,000. Let's work on getting to 1,000 by my birthday. My birthday's on March 5th. So once we get to 1,000, we're going to have a celebration because it's been a long haul. The algorithms are not friendly, and Google done that by design. So, and I'm convinced of that. Nobody can convince me otherwise. So let's start to talk about John Pilger, okay? All right, so let me do this here, and we'll get started. As you know, and I found this out on New Year's Eve, that John Pilger, who's an Australian journalist, died. That's a really sad thing from my perspective. So let's see. Let me go ahead and find the. Let's see. Let me go ahead and find Pilger. Yeah, here the article. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'll just read about Pilger to you in this article from Fortune magazine, and it'll tell you, for those who are not familiar, it will tell you about him. So basically, let me find that article there. And John Pilger, journalist whose criticism of the U.S.-UK foreign policy alerted the world to Cambodian atrocities, dies at 84. So John Pilger, an Australian-born journalist and documentary filmmaker known for his coverage of the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, has died. His family said Sunday he was 84. A statement from his family posted on Twitter, not X, but Twitter, formerly Twitter, said that Pilger died on Saturday in London. His journalism and documentaries were celebrated around the world, but to his family, he was simply the most amazing and loved dad, granddad, and partner, this statement said. Pilger, who has been based in Britain since 1962, worked for Britain's left-leaning Daily Mirror newspaper, broadcaster ITV investigative program, World in Action, and for the Reuters news agency. He was an International Academy Television Arts and Science Award. I mean, he won an International Academy and Television Arts and Science Award for his 1979 film Year Zero, the Silent Death of Cambodia, which revealed the extent of the Khmer Rouge atrocities. He followed with a 1990 documentary entitled Cambodia, the Betrayal, which examined the international complicity in the Khmer Rouge remaining a threat. He also claimed for a 1974 documentary looking into the campaign for compensations for children after the concerns were raised about the birth defects when expected mothers took the drug thalidomide. Pilger was known for his opposition to American and British foreign policy, and he was highly critical of Australian treatment of its indigenous population. In more recent years, he campaigned for the release of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, who fought a lengthy battle against the extradition to the United States. Kevin Ligo, managing director and media entertainment at ITV, described Pilger as a giant of campaigning journalism who offered viewers a level of analysis and opinions that was rare in mainstream television. He had a clear, distinctive editorial voice, which he used to great effect throughout his distinguished filmmaking career. His documentaries were engaging, challenging, and was always watchable, Ligo said. He eschewed comfortable consensus instead offer a radical alternative approach on current affairs and platform dissenting voices for over 50 years, he added. So that pretty much describes John Pilger. Now, I remember hearing about John Pilger the very first time, and that was during the Obamacare debate when they were trying to decide whether we should go with the Affordable Care Act or not, instead of going with Medicare for all or single payer. And so what I'm going to say about John Pilger is, and I was trying to find the video clip and I couldn't find it, but trust me, he did say it, that he found it kind of puzzling about the American opposition to universal health care of any sort by the right wing in this country. And people who basically compare the Obama healthcare plan to the British healthcare plan. He said that there are two different systems, and he's used the NHS in the United States, in the United Kingdom, and he said he's still alive because of the NHS, and he's grateful for Britain having the NHS, the National Health Service, and I think that we should have a national health service here in the United States, the way that was established in 1948 in the UK. That's my say. So that's how I know about John Pilger. But also very important, in some cases more important, depending on your perspective, was his support for free speech and for the free press, and his support for WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. And it is, I know my audience, it's a no-brainer that Julian Assange ought to be released, because to put him in prison is an attack on free speech. It's a no-brainer, yet he rots away in Belmarsh prison. But John Pilger was one of the more well-known advocates for Julian Assange. So and we lost a great journalist with John Pilger, and he was an advocate also for, as I said in an article, the Aborigines, the people in Australia, and he was also an advocate for Palestinian rights and for human rights across the board. And for that reason, I hope he rests in peace and all of that. And it's sad knowing that one of the great ones have actually perished. And it came as a kind of a shock to me, hearing about it on December 31st. So let's see here. So I'm going to keep this video kind of short because I have to go to work fairly soon, and I have to eat. So I've been trying to watch what I've been eating since the year started, because I have a doctor's appointment in a couple of weeks, which I don't want to go to, but it is what it is. So let me go ahead and do this here real fast. All right. And yes, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Miguel. March 5th is the day I turned 55. So yeah, so let's go ahead and help me get up to 1,000. Spread the word, folks. Spread the word. Hey, Sherry, how are you doing? I'm good today. I will miss Pilger, says Desert Mantis. Yeah, I will too, because I mean, I had a lot of respect for him. He made some truly monumental documentaries. Yes, he did. He did. All right. I remember Pilger from back in the 80s. I never heard of him till about 2010. That's when I started hearing about John Pilger. Let's see, Brother Miguel, great to see you. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, we're one big happy family. Yes. So let's see what we have here. The only negative about Pilger was he was an Aussie. Only kidding. The only problem with me going to Australia is I'm scared of some of the animals that exist down there. I've always said that Australia may be the one nation on planet Earth that's proof that there could be life on other planets. I mean, when you have scorpions the size of people's legs, I don't know. Maybe that's an exaggeration. Or spiders as big as a football with its spidery legs or what have you. That's a little scary. So I just would not go to Australia unless I absolutely have to. Let's see here. Let's see. John did have a lot of integrity. Yes, he did. The NHS was started in Britain in 1948. That's correct. After World War II, when Britain was broke, showing even we in the U.S. could afford a public health care system, and we do. We during the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan, we basically funded their single payer system. The Bush people didn't think we needed a single payer system here, but they obviously thought that the people in Afghanistan and Iraq needed a single payer system. And all the right wing who don't want universal health care here, the one positive thing we can say about Israel, it does provide universal health care for its citizens. But why is it okay for Israelis to have universal health care, but not right for the U.S. to have it here? So we fund universal healthcare systems, single payer systems, Medicare for all systems in other countries. But for some reason, we can't have it here. Yeah, it is nonsense that we can't afford it. We can't afford it because our politicians don't want to be able to afford it. And, and I would like to see the medical industrial complex humbled. They don't have a right to profit. And for some reason, people think that's controversial, and it shouldn't be. Don't be afraid of those conservatives, Willie. I'm not. Okay. So anyway, as I said, I'm keeping this fairly short right now because I have to get out of here very soon to go to work. And so I want to emphasize everybody let's go ahead and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And tomorrow, and that's December 5th. Excuse me, January 5th. I'm sorry, January 5th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 o'clock Pacific. Bragg Lance will be back for our first show of the year, and Jamar Jabari from the Jabari VOC podcast will be our first guest in the year 2024. So I just want to say to everyone, if you please press like, comment, and to this video, and basically to all other videos. Share this content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it, because we are the muckrakers of our time. Also, in regard to always reject corporate media, to protect, to fight for free speech and free Palestine, free Julian Assange, and free healthcare. And I mean every bit of it. So, and always reject corporate media. So you have nothing to offer for us. And on that note, I'm Willie Bragg. Come back again to the Willie Bragg Show, and y'all take care. As I said, I'm grabbing a bite to eat very shortly. Bye-bye.